What if one night could change the weight of your entire life, not as a metaphor, not as motivation, but in the way the Qur'an actually describes it? Some nights pass like any other, a quiet sky, a sleeping world, hours that disappear into dawn. But the Qur'an speaks of one night so immense that Allah made it greater than a lifetime.
This is Laylat al-Qadr, and Surah Al-Qadr opens the door to its meaning. The chapter begins with a powerful declaration. Inna anzalnahu fi Laylat al-Qadr. Indeed, we sent it down on the night of decree. This refers to the Qur'an, the final revelation, the final guidance sent to humanity. Laylat al-Qadr is connected to that moment when revelation began its journey to humanity. A message that did not arrive with noise, not with crowds, but in stillness, in reflection, and in a heart prepared to receive it. Because when guidance enters the world, history does not remain the same. The next verse asks, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ. And what will make you know what the night of decree is? In the Qur'an, this kind of question is meant to awaken attention. It is as if the verse is saying, you may think you understand nights. You may think you understand time. But this night is beyond ordinary measure. The word Qadr carries layers of meaning. Scholars often mention three that come together in this night. Decree, a night connected to the unfolding of divine command. Honor, a night elevated in value and dignity by Allah. Constriction, a night so filled with angels descending that the earth feels crowded with the unseen. Together they describe a night unlike any other, a night when the unseen world feels closer than usual. Then comes the verse that has amazed believers for centuries. Laylat al-Qadr khayrun min alf shahr. The night of decree is better than 1,000 months. 1,000 months is roughly 83 years, almost an entire lifetime. And the Qur'an does not say equal, it says better. Think about what that means. A person might live 60 or 70 years, but how many of those years were truly awake? How many nights were sincere? How many prayers were present? Life can pass quickly, even while we are busy living it. And then Allah opens a door. One night, one opportunity. A night where a sincere act of worship can outweigh years. This is not simply about numbers. It is about mercy. It is about giving hope to people who feel behind. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ gave a powerful promise about this night. He said, whoever stands in prayer on Laylat al-Qadr out of faith and seeking reward, his previous sins are forgiven. This shows the true meaning of the night. Laylat al-Qadr is not only symbolic, it is a night of forgiveness, a night where a person can begin again.
The surah continues. تَنَزَّلُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَالرُّوحُ فِيهَا. The angels and the Spirit descend in it. The night is not empty. It is filled with movement from the unseen world. Angels descend by the permission of Allah, and many scholars understand the Spirit to refer to Jibril, Gabriel, the same angel who brought revelation. Meaning this night carries a special connection between heaven and earth, a moment when mercy spreads across the world in ways we cannot see. The surah ends with a beautiful description. Salamun hiya hatta matla'il fajr. Peace it is until the break of dawn. From the beginning of the night until the first light of morning. Peace. A peace that fills the night. A peace that reaches the hearts of those who seek Allah. A peace that feels like being allowed back in. The Prophet ﷺ taught believers to seek this night during the last 10 nights of Ramadan, especially the odd nights. Many Muslims observe it on the 27th night, and many scholars considered that night especially likely. But the wisdom behind this is profound. The exact moment is not fixed with absolute certainty, so that believers remain attentive throughout the final nights of Ramadan. The search itself becomes part of the worship. Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, once asked the Prophet ﷺ, "If I find Laylat al-Qadr, what should I say?" He taught her a simple but powerful supplication. Allahumma innaka afuwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. O Allah, you are most forgiving and you love to forgive, so forgive me. A short prayer, but one that captures the heart of the night. Laylat al-Qadr does not require perfection. It requires sincerity. If someone wants a simple way to live this night, begin with small steps. Pray even 2 sincere rak'ah. Read a few verses of the Qur'an slowly. Make one honest dua from the heart. Ask forgiveness for past mistakes. Give something in charity, even if it is small. What matters most is sincerity, not the size of the act. Some nights do not announce themselves with noise, but they carry a weight that can change a life. Laylat al-Qadr is one of those nights, a night when the Qur'an began its journey to humanity, a night when angels descend, a night filled with peace until dawn. And perhaps the greatest gift of this night is the reminder that it is never too late to return, because some nights are not just nights, they are lifetimes. Allahumma innaka afuwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. O Allah, forgive us.